Hello, welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is round 4 of our Super Touring Car Championship from League 3. Race 2 is about to start here at the Dragon Trail International Raceway in Croatia. So let's go through the grid then. This is formed from the results from race 1. So Bailey on pole position. We've got Brisbane in second, Aussie third, Phil Mack in fourth, Aaron in fifth, Slowpoke in sixth, Sideways George in 7th, Firepower in 8th, Biggie 9th, Vex in 10th, Graham in 11th, Potsy 12th, Woody 13th, Stealth in 14th, and Max in 15th. Here we go. So better start there from the controller of the lights. Not a big old this time round, but it's Bailey and Aussie and Brisbane, our top 3 in race 1, going again in here in race 2. Soft tyre compounds all the way as well throughout the field, as we know. How do they go through here? Do we look okay? Looks a little bit better. Sideways a little bit wide, but he might have been had nowhere to go really. But all clean, all through there, lovely. Yeah, no major disasters. Next obstacle is here. We've seen what happened here, haven't we? Let's go through the cars as they fly through the shot like bullets out of a gun. Lovely through there as well. That's Brisbane who's taking that lead though from Bailey. Phil Mack up to third, Aussie back to 4th, so Phil Mack's making a bit of progress there, up to 3rd place. So he'll be looking to see what he can do. Brisbane of course second in that race 1, behind Bailey for majority of the race. Well, it's roles reversal here. Brisbane with Bailey and Phil Mack and everybody else at the moment, but Brisbane is at the front of the train. All through there, okay. Yep. Still heading up through there to the final corner. So it's been a very clean race so far here in race 2. All streaming over at the start and finish, top 5 down to Aaron. So Brisbane and Bailey, Phil Mack, Aussie, Aaron. And Bailey really piling on the pressure behind Brisbane as well. Aaron now having a sneaky look at Aussie. Not going to make it there. Vex in 6th place. Trying all he can to get onto the back of this lot, but got a bit of a task ahead I think at the moment. These 5 look like they're really on it, hitting the brakes, and that was Aaron going up the inside of Aussie. Good move. So Aaron up to 4th place. Classic overtaking place that on the brakes at the hairpin. Now through the chicane we go. All good for the top 5. Max there, up to 14th. Potsy has had a moment somewhere, back to 15th. Max though, with half a second penalty, will have to take that off there. Does so. So Potsy back there. Now it's a bit of change. No, there hasn't been a change. Brisbane's just got away from. There has been a change. So Brisbane's got away from the rest for a little bit, but Phil Mack's also got past Bailey to get himself up in the second. That must have been at the final corner from Phil Mack to have taken M. Bailey. Dropped back down to 3rd, who's now under pressure from Aaron. And Aussie just clinging on still in 5th place. Great race so far. Really clean as well. That's what we like to see. But Brisbane certainly looks like he wants a bit of revenge here in race 2 after missing out on top spot. Phil Mack also wants a bit of the action. And Bailey 3rd, Aaron 4th, Aussie 5th. Great shot as the camera watches the cars going through from behind, through the chicane. Oh, and sideways. Wasn't a great shot for him. He made a little error. Everybody else through okay. Oh, no, he's not. Potsy also has had a moment again. So he's made that spot on Max. He's just given it back again. Just lost it. So Potsy with a couple of mistakes in the last couple of laps. That was a great shot, wasn't it? Seeing the cars fly through the chicane from the rear view camera. These 5 still in that little queue. Now when you cut that corner there, the guys have just gone across easily to unsettle the car. Can knock you right across, and I think Aussie's had a moment. Little one, managed to get it back straightened again, but he's lost a bit of time. But yeah, just a little kink in there, you just hit it wrong, and it can knock the car sideways. We see him stream up over the top. Down to hairpin. Aaron again, having a little look. And Bailey. Been a terrific showing so far from these guys as we see them again coming through the chicane. Little tap of the wall from Aussie. Now what's Aaron going to do? Is he going to have a look up there? No, but he's got Bailey having a look at Phil up the inside. Where's Phil going? Oh, ran it really wide. A little bit late on the brakes here, I think. He could lose his ground as well. No, not quite, but he did lose that spot to M. Bailey, so he's back up to 2nd. Phil's back to 3rd. Aussie sitting comfortable there in 5th place still. So he's just lost his braking point, I think, there for a second. Deal Phil Mack at the final corner, just ran it a little bit hot in there. That allowed M. Bailey to go up the inside. And this is going to go on to the end, isn't it? Halfway through this race, and we'll have a bit more of this. Yes, please, boys. Max in 6th, not catching them. Seems to be just getting into the clutches of Slowpoke in 7th. Firepower, sorry, Biggie in 8th, Firepower in 9th. These two have been together for the majority of this race. Oh, bit wide from Biggie. It takes a lot of that corner as well. Firepower on the other end, nicely clean through there. Now, what's he got in his way of drive here? Can he get down the inside at the hairpin? Or he's going to try the outside, covers it, does Biggie. No, thought better of it, did Firepower. Stays in 9th with Woody just behind him in 10th place. But Firepower, I think he likes his track, you know. Looking very comfortable. Oh, lovely drift from Firepower through the chicane. Whether that was intentional or not, who knows, but it looked really good on camera anyway, let's put it that way. Woody in 10th, Sideways in 11th, Graham in 12th, Stealth in 13th, Max in 14th, and Potsy we know in 15th still. Brisbane still heading it up with Bailey in 2nd, and Phil Mack and Aaron still going at it in 3rd and 4th. Aussie just starting to fall back a little bit from the 4, but he's under no pressure from behind, so whatever happens, if he stays where he is, a good 5th place. Long way to go in this race yet though, as we know. Phil Mack doing a great job. We know how good he is at defending. Seen it on previous rounds. He's had to with Aaron behind him, Aaron going on the outside. Took everything and a bit more. Did Aaron off the track. Now, how about Danny on the brakes? Surely, got to be going for it. He does. There we go. There's the move. Set himself up nicely at the top of the hill. Made it. He waited, patient. Probably been eyeing up that move a couple of laps now. Decided that was the time to execute. Worked it to perfection. Phil Mack, of course, will want that 3rd place back. So we'll see what he can do. But he's just coming back into play. He's Aussie in 5th place. So maybe he was just keeping his powder dry there in 5th place. What's he got? Oh, is it Phil going wide again? No, not really. I think it's just the line he took that time, but Aussie is on the back of him. So what can Aussie do here? Can he get that 4th off Phil? Brisbane still in 1st. Bailey 2nd. Aaron up to 3rd now. Phil 4th. Aussie 5th. We're looking at them now. Oh, great drive. In fact, had to just brake there. Just had to check himself up there a little bit there, Aussie. Going through the left, right. It was better through there than Phil. He just had to little stab of the brakes, otherwise he was going to run into the back of Phil. So clearly a little bit quicker there through that 1st sector. So what's Phil got? Okay, he's not the tyre struggling, maybe just pushing a bit too hard, Phil, although looks like he's back on it. It's good for this part, if I'm honest. Aussie's got that sector 1 though, between them. Brisbane still holding it out there, then Bailey in 2nd, Aaron in 3rd, Phil in 4th still, Aussie in 5th, then we've got Vex who's still holding it there in 6th place, so Slowpoke hasn't gained on him. So it could be a 6th place with 12 minutes gone, 3 minutes left for Vex. Slowpoke in 7th and a fairly big gap then back to Biggie in 8th, Firepower in 9th still. Sideways in 10th. And then Graham in 11th under pressure now from Stealth. Here we go through the chicane. What's it going to be like here, boys? Okay, Woody as well in 13th, so they're going to have a little private battle here. 11th, 12th and 13th place as Stealth pulls out to have a look up the inside of Graham. Think he's going to get this done. Should get it done in that position. Think Graham's going to give him plenty of room out there. Graham now, can he get the drive, Graham, of course? He's on the better line. Yeah, still there, Graham, but Woody's gone the outside of Stealth. Stealth's got held up a little bit there, I think, and he's allowed Woody to go through, and now he's going to be attacking Graham as well, Woody, so he could get 2 places here. He does, at least for the moment anyway. Yeah, he does. Good driving. So Woody round the outside of both of them. Oh, Graham just ran it a bit wide. Slots it back in the 12th place. Stealth though still behind him in 13th. So Woody up to 11th now. Stealth again, having a look. Great battle between these boys. Back here. As our leader's doing. He's doing okay. Bailey's still there. Aaron's in 3rd. Phil Mack in 4th. So no change back here then. So 5th. Through Aussie. Vex in 6th. So all exactly the same up top. With what coming up to a minute left. All as we were. Graham out there on that dirty stuff. Stealth's going to take advantage of that surely. But now he's going to be on the outside though. If they stay where they are, I think Graham will just go in behind him. He does. There he goes. Don't want to be going side by side through there. Stealth does it. gets himself up to 12th. So Graham at 13th. Then we've got Max still holding it in 14th with Potsy, not recovered from his 2 moments, in 15th place. So then Bailey then, as we come into the final lap, has got that fastest lap again here in race 2, 1:45.171, and it does appear, when you look at it, to be closing in on Brisbane, but it is the final lap. What can he do in this final sector? Has he got anything left in that Citroen to launch an attack on the Jag of Brisbane? I think it'll be Brisbane still. It's going to be a close one. All about the chicane now, as we know. So let's see how they get on through here. Shouldn't be any dramas. No, last nicely through there, but both got great drive, so I think it's going to be Brisbane now with just this final corner to go round. No sweat for these drivers, so it's going to be Brisbane just ahead of Bailey. So Brisbane then, race 2 winner. Bailey second. Aaron will get that 3rd place in the NSX. Phil holds off Aussie for 4th. Aussie in 5th, good showing for him. Vex will pick up that 6th place where he's been all the race under no pressure whatsoever, so good 6th place for Vex. It's a bit more like it. Slowpoke will come in 7th. Firepower in 8th. And sideways George. Biggie dropped back to 10th and he's under pressure from Woody, but he's just about going to get that 10th, I think. Oh, just by the nose from Woody in 11th. Stealth in 12th. Graham in 13th. Max did get that 14th from Potsy in 15th. So there's your race 2 results. Hope you enjoyed that one. We've got one more race 3 to go, the 30-minute race. Join me for that, and yeah, I'll see you then. Cheers.